Yo 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 yo. Jess Hilarious will be here in a second. Charlamagne the God, he'll be here in a second too. But guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump Day.
That's right. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. How y'all feeling? What's up, Red?
What's up, Evie?
All right, back from an amazing vacation.
Yeah, you enjoyed your couple days off?
Yes, my daughter got engaged.
Hey, congratulations, brother.
Oh, man, I'm sure we'll talk about it later on the show, but just, it's my first, of course. She's 23, she'll be 24 next month. And just to see how happy she was and how they are as a young couple and the process of the engagement.
It was beautiful.
Oh, man. You know, I'm a crier, so I cry all the whole trip. So, you know, he approached my wife, Andrew, which is her fiance, approached my wife a couple of months ago and said he wanted to do it. He said Madison's whole thing is family and travel. So he wanted to do a place where she's never been, but she wanted her family to go. So it was Mykonos, Greece. So nice. That's where he said it. But he said he wanted to do it as a surprise. So what he wanted to do was, we'll break it down later in the show, is everything was a surprise. She didn't know she was going. He got my wife to pack her bag, so it was like a pretty much picked her up from work and they went straight to the airport, had no clue what they were doing, and we flew out there before them and surprised them. It was just amazing. So congratulations to Andrew and Madison. So
congratulations.
Thank you. All right, but let's get the show cracking. We got Keisha Lance Bottom. She'll be joining us this morning. Of course, you know, she was the mayor of Atlanta, so we'll be kicking it with her. Now, the gang is going to be a little late. I'm just telling you that. The gang is probably going to be late all week long. All right, so UN is in town, the president is in town, and what they're doing now, because I guess maybe the recent shooting of the CEO a couple of months ago and things that's been happening around the city, they have blocked everything off, and they're not letting us get up the block without us stepping out the car and them searching the whole car.
You got searched?
What?
Oh, man.
They had to open up every door, every hatch, everything. They had to check the car. And I told the guy, I said, look, I'm about to be late. Can you just slide me through? He said, no, you got to go back around the block and go in this private lane. So we went back around the block in this private lane, and I was still late. Yeah, but they searched everything, and they searching everything. And he told me, he says, this is going to happen for the next couple of weeks. So he was like, I advise you to leave a little earlier. I said, you're right. So I know Charlamagne is in that same funk. Yep, I know Jess is in that same situation. It's nasty out there. But we got front page news next. Mimi will be joining us, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. The whole gang is late. If you're just joining us, the whole gang is going to be late all weekend. The UN is in town. They're stopping cars. They're pulling everybody over that has to drive in this area. So, like I said, they pulled me out the car. They searched the whole car, maybe lifted the trunk, the front, all sides. All the doors were open. They had the dog sniffing everything. So I hope Jess ain't smoked before she got to work. But anyway, let's get in some front page news. Let's start off with some quick sports. Now, you know we do WNBA playoffs and NBA playoffs. The WNBA is in playoff season. So Mercury versus the Lynx. Mercury beat the Lynx 89-83. The Aces beat the Fever 90-68. And if you're a Giants fan, it looked like Jackson Dart is going to be starting over Russell Wilson. That's game 4 against the Chargers. Now, I feel like everybody who leaves the Giants do well. Of course, Saquon Barkley is busting ass. Daniel Jones,
3-0,
who's playing for the Colts, is 3-0 and is playing great, like great stats. But I guess we got that curse for a little bit. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks. And congratulations to Madison. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so you were talking about the UN and being late, and that is, of course, happening over the next few weeks. And President Trump, he was there yesterday. The UN is holding its 80th annual gathering. President Trump delivered one of the longest addresses by any American president, nearly an hour of combative remarks that drew sharp criticism and even some laughter from world leaders. Let's listen to some of what he had to say.
In Switzerland, beautiful Switzerland, 72% of the people in prisons are from outside of Switzerland. When your prisons are filled with so-called asylum seekers who repaid kindness, and that's what they did, they repaid kindness with crime. It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell. In America, we've taken bold action to swiftly shut down uncontrolled migration. Once we started detaining and deporting everyone who crossed the border and removing illegal aliens from the United States, they simply stopped coming. They're not coming anymore. We're getting a lot of credit, but they're not coming anymore.
So his speech went on for about an hour and a half of just different ramblings and different things like that. He went on to call climate change the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world and mocked wind power as pathetic. He also lashed out at the UN itself, saying all it does is issue strongly worded letters and doesn't solve wars. And there were a few lighter moments. He joked about the broken escalator when he got there. The escalator wasn't working, the broken teleprompter at one point. But overall, Trump's message was clear: close borders, keep drilling, and stop letting global groups decide politics. And so at 7, we'll talk more about Jimmy Kimmel, and we'll also get into what Trump was saying about Tylenol and what the maker of Tylenol is now saying.
Yeah, I see with Trump, nothing that he says is really based off of facts. This is just opinion and emotion, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody's talking about the things that he's saying. There is no fact or there's no basis to what he's saying.
On any of it. And especially when we talk about the Tylenol stuff, there's no study. It's just, literally him just saying how he feels. And so there's been a lot of backlash about that too, Envy.
All right, we'll jump into that next hour. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Taxi Joe, good morning. DJ MV, Breakfast Club.
Taxi Joe, what's up, brother? Good morning. Where you calling from?
Pepsi Joe, bro. I'm in the Bronx right now, buddy.
Oh, you said Pepsi Joe. Pepsi Joe, my bad.
Yeah, Pepsi Joe. Nah, you Joe, brother. Yo, I'm driving trucks. I just hope everybody's having a blessed day. Please drive safe.
Oh, here you go. You got the horn blown. I'm just telling you, stay out of Manhattan this week because the city is crazy.
Nah, I stay in the Bronx. I stay local.
Okay.
I want everybody, if you're going through something, I want you to know you can get over it, and we will get over it. You're stronger than whatever you're going through.
Absolutely, Pepsi Joe. Appreciate you for calling and checking in.
Not a problem, man. Enjoy your day.
You too now. Hello, who's this?
This is Trinell.
Janelle, what's up? Get it off your chest.
Man, I'm just calling it. I want to thank the Breakfast Club, especially Jess Hilarious, for rocking with my brand, Ducking Bad Vibes. I seen her wear it on air a bunch of times, so I want to call and tell her personally thank you.
Okay, well, if she wears it, that means she must love it, so send us some more of it.
I definitely will. Can I shout out the Instagram and everything?
Of course. Go ahead, brother.
The Instagram is Ducking Bad Vibes, and the whole brand is in honor of my uncle who was killed. I'm from Aurora, Illinois, so you guys go check it out.
Okay.
DuckingBadVibes.com. Thank you.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
You too, man.
Hello, who's this?
This is Nah from Atlanta, brother.
Nah, what's up? Get it off your chest, brother.
First of all, I want to shout out to Jimmy Kimmel and know that the people are riding with him. We see what he's going through, and I'm so glad to hear that he's back on the air, not submitting or bowing down to the authoritarian BS that is our president.
Yeah, I'm glad he's back on air. Like I said, I was out of town for the last 8 days. My daughter got engaged, so I kind of was off the grid, so I'm just catching up. But I did see when he came back, and it's sad that people were happy that he was off air, and he was saying like 100 people work on that staff, so 100 people would have lost their jobs. But I'm glad he's back on air. And I always say, you should be able to say what you want to say and take a joke, but people take things a little too far. But I'm glad he's back on air as well.
See, what he said last night on his program, and for sure, everything he said, what he said last night could have been no more truthful to the fact that if we cannot openly express ourselves and make a light joke and have to worry about being fired and taken off and canceled or whatnot, that is the most un-American thing that we have seen thus far from this cabinet.
You're absolutely right. We should be able to people should be able to make a joke, and especially comedians, but for every action there's a reaction. I can't get on this air and say what I want to say, how I want to say it, because if it offends the wrong person, yes, I can get suspended as well. But a normal joke, you're right. He should be able to say what he wants to say and not get suspended for a joke, especially when the ratings look totally different.
Absolutely. And shout out to your daughter for her engagement. That is a beautiful thing. I did not forget it's still Virgo season, so happy birthday, DJ Envy. Everybody that calls up, make sure you shout out DJ Envy. Birthday.
Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Be safe out there.
You too, brother. God bless.
All right, now. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blast? 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Well, DJ Envy, this your boy Freaky D calling from Detroit, Michigan. What up, though?
What up, dog? What up, Freaky D? Talk to us. Get it off your chest.
Hey, man, boy, y'all gotta stop being late. Shout out to you for being on time.
Today,
man, I just gotta get off my chest, man.
Today is something different, but I'm not even gonna lie, man. Like I said, the UN's in town, and that's when all the national leaders come to New York City, and they have these huge conferences. And when I say I've never seen anything like this, I mean, there must have been at least 100 cops outside, and they're pulling vehicles over that have to come on the block and come to our parking lots, and they asked me to step out the car. They searched the car, made me open up the front, open up the back. Every door opened up. The dog was sniffing. Like, they are really into the cars, and there was no notice. So it's not like they could say, okay, well, tomorrow this is what's happening. Nah, so, if you're heading your usual scheduled time, they pull you out your car. There's no way you can make it on time. And it just so happened. I just, I'm always just try to get here a little early anyway,
Well, DJ Envy, I gotta tell you, man, I'm smiling ear to ear. I've been listening to The Breakfast Club for over 10 years. I actually got shot in the head when I was a senior in high school, and what helped me make it through is listening to Donkey of the Day every single day on YouTube, and to this day I still listen every day as a part of my morning schedule. But I gotta still get off my chest. Jess Hilarious came to Detroit in 2021, pulled up to Enterprise. I gave her a free upgrade, took a picture with her. She was supposed to follow me on Instagram, never followed me back. And so I just feel like that's fake news right there. That's so fake. Detroit stay showing love to Jess. And my feelings on my head, I got to get that off the chest.
Well, thank you for upgrading her. But, Jess don't be following. I don't even think Jess follows me, so she can't follow you without following me. She don't follow nobody.
Okay, that's true. And I got to get off my chest to all the people who talk about Charlamagne the guy. Like, it's just funny because he literally does not care. He be laughing.
That's the way to do it.
It's just funny, but, hey, man, keep doing what you're doing. I wanted to talk to you, so I'm lit. And have a good day, brother.
Have a good one, brother. Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Sonny. What's going on, Envy?
Sonny, what's up, man? Get it off your chest.
Oh, man. Anyway, I want to congratulate you on, your daughter's engagement and everything. I was trying to get a hold of y'all the other day, but Dame was wilding out.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. But what's going on with what's up with the orange dude, bro? This is crazy. I don't know why this dude be talking for like 2 hours and going in circles, man.
I mean, he's been doing that for the last 8 years. There's nothing different.
Yeah, it's wild, man. I don't know why nobody don't put a stop to none of this, man. I guess it's okay for everybody to just do that, huh?
Yeah, I really don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know where everybody's going with this, honestly. And you know what? I'm praying for everybody, man. I really am. I'm praying for you, praying for Charlotte. I'm praying for everybody, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Wow.
Have a good one. Be safe out there. Hello, who's this?
Yo, DJ Envy, this is Pete representing the 413 Massachusetts in the building.
What's up, Pete? Get it off your chest, brother.
I want to get off my chest this morning. You've been on vacation, chilling, doing your thing. But these guys, Charlamagne and Jess, they late every morning. I start the same time as you guys, 6 o'clock. We got to get on the ball, baby. What's going on?
Well, today's a little different. Like I said, the UN got things blocked off, and there's nothing we could do today because today was just different. It was different today. And if it's like this for the next couple of days, I'm going to be honest with you, Pete. I might have to broadcast from the crib because
it's Loren. Good morning. It's been crazy all week. Like today is intense, but it's been crazy all week.
They pulled me out the car today and had the dog searching my car, open up the front and the trunk.
Yeah, today was the first day they did all that, but it's been like a maze trying to get to work every morning.
It's crazy.
And
they
we already
go around the block
so early.
Yeah, they made me go around the block. Right. It's crazy.
So good morning, Al Cool Bay.
Good morning.
You gotta give him a little leniency this week, brother.
Good morning. And then congratulations on your daughter getting married, man. My daughter got married a couple years ago. They just dropped my grandson off to go to the movies, man. It's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a beautiful feeling, man.
Don't put no grandkids on me yet. No grandkids on me yet. They just got engaged. No grandkids
not yet, but when they come, it's an amazing thing, man. It's another amazing part of life, you know?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about?
And we're going to be talking about you. Congratulations. I saw Madison and Andrew got engaged.
That's right.
Baby, it was everywhere. Like so many of I saw it on websites, blogs, I think Twitter.
Yeah.
People are really excited for y'all. So I want to get all in y'all business a little bit.
It was very special, and the fact that y'all all know Andrew makes it even better. So y'all know what type of guy he is.
When they posted it on Hollywood Unlocked, people was in the comments like, Madison is marrying Logan.
Yeah, he's part. Like I said, he's part of the family already. He's part of the Chews already. So we'll get into that when we come back. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Loren becoming a straight fan.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything. Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So Vibe did a story yesterday, and the story says DJ Envy and Gia Casey's daughter Madison gets engaged. Let the fun begin. Then they, mentioned your post, you and Gia's post. Our baby is engaged with what you guys posted, and Madison posted and said, "Let the fun begin." They also mentioned some of the celebrities that commented just to congratulate you guys: Tammy Rowan, Cardi B, Busta Rhymes, Claudia Jordan, Portia Williams, and a ton of other people that I saw as well. So I mean. Envy, you've had a time. It's everywhere. Tell us the details.
How did you find a son-in-law that looked just like y'all?
That's what
he even posed like you.
That's what everybody said.
It's like y'all was gremlins and got wet, and he popped off on it.
Popped off. The dope thing about it is he came up to me and my wife a couple of months ago and said he wanted to pop the question.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to do it as a surprise. He said Madison loves family, Madison loves traveling, so he wanted to do it in a place that Madison has never been, and he wanted to surprise her. So he picked Mykonos, but part of it was surprising her on the trip. So him and my wife packed Madison's full luggage, surprise. All new outfits, clothes, what she would wear, underwear, you name it, packed it.
You let him pack your daughter's underwear?
My wife. I said my wife.
Oh, I'm just making sure. You said both of them now.
I said my wife.
You
her
both
fiance.
That's her fiance.
I don't give a damn.
So he packed everything, makeup, body wash, you name it, put it all in the luggage and picked her up from work and said that they were going on a date. In the back of the car was the luggage. They went right to the airport and they flew to Mykonos. We were there a day before them. So we surprised them. So we stayed in our room and they were having breakfast on the water. It was beautiful. It was nice. It was very dope. And we started walking down the stairs. We walking down the stairs. She looked up like, what the hell are y'all doing here?
Yeah.
So when she looked up at us, he got on his knee. My wife said, turn around, let me see this outfit that you're wearing. Because, he told her that there was a photo shoot. And when she turned around, he was on a knee. And he was, Madison, you are the most beautiful thing and most smart. And I started to cry. I was trying to hold the tears in. And then he said, will you marry me? And she said yes. And then I
bet you screamed out yes before she did.
Yes, I'll marry
you.
And then we celebrated the whole week. So he set up everything from day beach parties to night dinners to we took a yacht out. We just had an amazing time celebrating love. And he did it the right way. He asked me, we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about him taking me out to dinner was we've been planning this already, but he wanted to ask me the right way. So at dinner, he's nervous. I'm like, why are you nervous? I already know. He's like, I just want to say
he wanted
this.
to ask you the right way.
Yes, he has to ask the father, can I take your daughter's hand?
I thought he did that already.
He did it right
Months
before we
ago.
left. No, he did it right before we left. And it was just, he's a good person, great individual. They've been living with us for the last, I would say, year and a half while Madison's house is getting renovated. So I get to see him up close and personal. I get to see them when they don't agree on something. I get to see how he, takes care of her siblings. I get to see how he goes out on date night. We double date. You guys have met him. Yeah. So it's just like I got to see him. So it's like, when you look as a father and you have daughters, you want your daughter to have that person that's, you don't want to say perfect, but nobody's perfect, but it's a good human being that will love her regardless, that doesn't care about nothing but love, and he is that.
I love that.
So I really, we went shopping with each other. Like I helped him shop for the trip. We went shopping with each other. He's a great individual.
Congratulations.
And what he's done for making Madison, he just wants Madison to be happy.
That is so
I'm just trying to figure out
nice.
how y'all found a young man that looks exactly like someone who would be wearing matching outfits with y'all already.
Oh my God. But it's perfect though. He fit right in.
He be in Godspeed. It's the lock
in.
tats.
I was like, damn, Logan proposed to Madison?
No, the comments were saying, the comments was like, what? Logan? No. But he's a good dude, and like I said, I'm excited for them. And
do we got videos?
Yeah, we got videos and everything.
I need to look.
The content rollout has been slow. we've been waiting for more.
Like,
well, you know what? We were enjoying the moment, and we said we wouldn't really post until we got back. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
that's why we posted yesterday. But we just wanted to enjoy the moment. This is the, like we was really enjoying. And if you ever get a chance to go to Greece, we went to Mykonos and Santorini.
No, we saw you.
It was beautiful.
You was living it up.
I was having the best time. I was hoping my flight was gonna get delayed. I was like, yes.
You with the hookah on the yacht? I was like,
we were like, we had a great time.
But there's another step, Andrew. You got to be married within the year. Okay, when's the wedding?
They're looking 2026. So 2027, excuse me, a year and a half. So we're looking at a year and a half.
That's a good window.
And the dope thing about it is he really respects me and my wife's marriage. So he wants to get married at the same place that we got married, out in Long Island on Liga Castle.
You can pay for it, or is it just so?
We didn't talk about that part.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And they want to do it. They believe either on the date that we got married or on Mother's Day. So they're planning that. So now I just step back
and
then
get married at the same place y'all got married.
Yes.
Yeah.
Liga Castle.
Nah, nigga, this is. I know. They clone Tyrone when I see it. This is our clone Rashawn. This man ain't not. Where's the Andrew family? I don't believe it. No.
His mom came to Jess Comedy Show.
I love her, actually. She's really dope.
Yeah,
so.
I FaceTimed her too while they were while he was proposing. I FaceTimed Mom Duke so Mom Duke could actually see it as well. So
I can only hear her.
It was pretty dope.
Voice.
So.
Oh my god!
I love the young man. So it's good.
What?
I love the young man.
No,
you said you like.
I was a little boy, but he's a young man.
I
like
heard
his
that
little
too.
butt.
I didn't say butt.
And I'm like,
I was gonna say little boy, but it's the young man.
Nah, bro. What's
Come on. Let Madison have her.
What's going on?
I was gonna say young boy, but he's not a young boy, a young man. I love the young man. He's a perfect part of our family.
I'm so happy for you.
Why you get jealous? Are you jealous?
I'm just saying, something else going on here, y'all. I'm just saying, this man. Okay, we don't know this man's background. We don't know his family. He look exactly like he part of the Casey crew. He looked like a clone. Now he's thinking like his little butt.
I didn't
and
say
he said
that.
he asked him at the dinner. There's a lot of little slips going on in this conversation. Bro.
Even though you know him already, when y'all did sit down and had that conversation, was there like what's the I don't know if you want to get into it, but the man, like what do you tell him walking into this part of the marriage? Like what is your advice to him? Because now the conversation is a little different.
I listened to him and what he thought about my daughter and what he thought about our family. The main thing for him, I just told him everything is, and it sounds so cliche, but Charlamagne to say, Jess to say, anybody that's married, it's communication, right? Yeah. Everything is communication. It's how you handle the disagreements, how you handle everything that doesn't go right. Because, in a marriage, it takes effort. So when things going right, it's all good, but when you have that first disagreement or there's an argument or it's that low time, as long as that communication is the key, then everything else will find its way through.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again to Madison and Andrew. And they said you're going to drop about $1 to $2 million on the wedding. That's what the people were saying in the comments.
Look,
I thought the groom's dad is supposed to pay for it, right? Or am I tripping?
Yes.
No, it's the
bride's dad.
It's the bride's dad.
He got 4 girls.
I can't do that.
Definitely the bride's
Can
dad.
I adopt
That's
one of
old school.
y'all's
That's old school. We're not doing that. But
Right.
we gonna make it nice. We're gonna make it
course.
special. And I've been looking at all the people that's been commenting.
Right, there you go.
So I'm gonna start hitting them. I seen Jagged Edge comment, so I'm like, I'm gonna hit them. I seen 112 comment, I'm gonna hit them. I seen Cardi B. I seen everybody. I seen comment. And the crazy
for what? Money?
No.
To do stuff like sing and everybody pitch in.
To perform and stuff like that. But the crazy thing is who I got to reach out to is they actually met at a Baby Keem concert. So they both went to NYU and Baby Keem was performing at NYU, and they both went to the show, and that's how they actually met.
I might need all that screaming at the
I'm about to say, what he gonna do? Exactly. Reception.
Yeah, it's reception.
Okay.
And Keem is Kendrick's related to Kendrick.
You want Keem to do ad-libs at the wedding?
Just at the reception. Just do one song because it means a lot. That's where they met each other. Yes, exactly.
Does Andrew like Kendrick? He seems like a Drake fan. Everything about him screams
Why?
OVO.
Because he light skin, nice hair, or like the curly hair, not nice hair. Curly hair.
All of that.
He do the pose that Envy do with the foot out. When he's sitting in front of his car.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for letting us get in your business.
Nah, it's all good. I had a
Probably
great
hugged you
time.
from the back and said, "Thank you, Dad."
All right, that's the latest with Loren.
You're a little tan too.
I was out. I was enjoying myself. How was Mexico?
It was cool.
Your family was good?
Yeah, everything was cool. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, when we come back, we got front page news, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Let's get back in some front page news. Start off with some quick sports. Now, WNBA playoffs The Mercury beat the Lynx 89-83, and the Aces beat the Fever 90-68.
Let's go, Aces. Come on, Asia. Need the Aces to win that series. You know what I'm saying? I need Asia Wilson and the Aces to advance.
Now, also, the Giants rookie Jackson Dart is going to start over Russell Wilson in Week 4. It seems like everybody who leaves the Giants really do well. Saquon Barkley, of course. Daniel Jones is busting ass for the Colts. They're 3-0. So,
Sierra, I tried to tell you when you was up here. Okay, I tried to tell you when you was up here. The Giants are going to giant. Okay, and Russell Wilson deserves better. Like, Russell Wilson has actually played pretty good. You know,
we don't look too good. But what's up, Mimi?
Good morning. How are you doing, Charlamagne? Envy.
Good.
Good morning. Okay, so now to the story that everybody is talking about, right? So there were so many big moments from Jimmy Kimmel's monologue last night, so we're going to just jump right in. After nearly a week of being off air, Jimmy Kimmel returned to a standing ovation, and he used the moment to take a stand for free speech. Fighting back tears, though, he addressed the controversy that got his show suspended. Let's listen to that.
But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? I didn't like the tears. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The tears seemed a little forced.
That's fake?
The tears did seem a little forced, you know what I'm saying? And it was kind of an apology, but not an apology, sort of, kind of. Like he was tiptoeing around saying,
let me ask you a question.
Sorry.
But let me ask you a question. Like I said, I was totally off the grid. Did he say something that was very foul and disrespectful that required the tears and apology?
No. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with the Kimmel monologue from last night. Mm-hmm. I agree with everything he said about free speech, but people have to acknowledge Donald Trump has a hit list. Like, I don't know why these people are acting like, like they actually said something, super offensive, and so, people were mad about that. No, Donald Trump has a hit list, and Jimmy Kimmel is on that list. So any little thing Jimmy Kimmel does, Donald Trump is going to have the FCC on his ass.
And I think he said something to the fact that, 100 people would have lost their job for a little joke. And did he say that something? Because I heard parts of it on my way in this morning as well.
Yeah, so we're going to get into that right now. And I knew you were going to say that about the tears, Charlamagne, just based on what we talked about yesterday. But he also got a chance to turn his attention to President Trump. And this is kind of what you're referring to, Envy. Let's listen to what he had to say.
The President of the United States made it very clear he wants to see me and the hundreds of people who work here fired from our jobs. Our leader celebrates Americans losing their livelihoods because he can't take a joke. He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly. He might have to release the Epstein files to distract us from this now.
That was good. I like that one. That was really good. You have to release the Epstein files to distract us from this.
Mm-hmm. And, he also took a moment to thank people who don't agree with him politically, but still defended his right to be heard. And let's listen to what he had to say about that.
I want to thank the people who don't support my show and what I believe, but support my right to share those beliefs anyway. People who I never would have imagined, like Ben Shapiro, Clay Travis, Candace Owens, Mitch McConnell, Rand Paul, even my old pal Ted Cruz, who, believe it or not, said something very beautiful on my behalf.
I hate what Jimmy Kimmel said. I am thrilled that he was fired.
Oh, wait, no, not that. The other part.
But let me tell you, if the government gets in the business of saying,
what you
we
can't
like
say
what you, the media, have said, we're going to ban you from the airwaves if you don't say what we like. That will end up bad for conservatives.
I don't think I've ever said this before, but Ted Cruz is right.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead, Mimi.
No, go ahead. Charlamagne, what were you going to say?
No, I was just gonna say, Trump just please, Trump has a hit list, man, and Jimmy Kimmel is on it, and Sinclair didn't air him in a bunch of markets.
I was gonna ask you. Yeah, he wasn't aired in every market.
Yeah, they didn't air him in a bunch of markets because they're still at the mercy of Trump and the FCC because they have to get this merger with Tegna approved.
Yeah, and not only did Sinclair not air him in every market, Nexstar also joined in, and they did not air him in their markets as well. And so Jimmy Kimmel, he also went after the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, directly calling him unintelligent. And yesterday, like I just said, we told you about Sinclair Broadcasting and now Nexstar, who also owns ABC stations. They said they're following suit and they're going to monitor the situation. But the political fight is still far from over because Trump is blasting Kimmel's return on Truth Social. He wrote, ABC gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back despite bad ratings and accused the show of airing 99% Democrat garbage. He also suggested the decision could amount to an illegal campaign contribution and even hinted at suing again, bragging that he once got $16 million from ABC and claiming that this case could be even more lucrative. So.
Yeah, I did love when Jimmy Kimmel said what Trump and the FCC are doing to him is un-American, because it is. And, it's a direct attack on his First Amendment rights. And I know people say you have, freedom of speech. But, when you work for a company, you can't say anything if it's not in line with what that company is doing. But what about when that company is getting pressure from the government? You know what I mean? To not have you on just because the president, has you on a hit list and doesn't like what you're saying about him. That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
So that's your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me on social at Mimi Brown TV. And for more news coverage, follow the Black Information Network or download the free iHeartRadio app and visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
All right, now when we come back, we have former mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, joining us. She's currently running for governor of Georgia, and we'll talk to her next. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Teslin Figaro and Loren LoRosa is here as well. We got a special guest in the building, former mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's great to be here. I had a fundraiser in New York, and great to see you in person.
Absolutely. What made you want to run for governor of Georgia in these crazy times?
Yeah, we are living this like in the twilight zone right now. So I woke up the day after the election in November, like so many people, wondering what it meant for me personally and just for us as a nation, for Georgia as a state. And I did a lot of praying, a lot of talking, and then some more praying. And I decided in this season to get back in the ring. We need strong leadership.
I agree.
And people are looking to states and to local governments to stand in the gap because we've got so much craziness and chaos coming out of D.C. right now.
Stacey Abrams ran for governor twice, and she fell short, even with massive national attention. What would you do differently so Georgia, doesn't be like, oh, another almost?
Yeah, well, Charlamagne, one of the first national interviews I did was when I was a candidate for mayor, and you had me on,
Yep.
And we did it the old-fashioned way. You go knock on doors, you call people. Now we've got TikTok and all these other ways that you have to communicate with people sitting here. I mean, your audience is massive. We have to cover it all. And what you do, you look at every election, from Stacey's election to the VP being on the ballot in November. You take what worked, you keep it, and then what didn't work as well, then you fix it. And the reality is this, there is a reason that Georgia went blue in 19 and 20. We've got two senators from Georgia who are Democrats. So it's possible. It just hadn't happened yet, but it's certainly possible.
A lot of critics say Democrats in Georgia can't win statewide unless they run more moderate. Like, would you play to the center or lean fully into progressive policy?
My mom always says you only have to tell the truth once, and the truth is, I am a moderate. There, you just stand in your truth and what you believe in. And I believe that there are some policies that work from the left. There are some policies that may be more conservative. But at the end of the day, it's about getting things done. And when I served as mayor, we got a lot of things done, from adding and preserving 7,000 units of affordable housing to getting our city workers up to a minimum wage of $15 an hour, because in Georgia it's just over $5 an hour. I can give an entire list of things that we were able to accomplish, but it was standing in our truth and what our values were.
I want to ask you, 49 women have been elected as governor, and not one has been a black woman. When you talk about what hasn't worked and what didn't work, what are some of the challenges that you see that, although successful in Atlanta, which is the black mecca, how will you, galvanize when you look at Georgia as a state, which is very different than Atlanta being, I would say, its own state by itself? How are you going to, reach out to those communities that are not interested, in electing, and not just a woman of color, but specifically a black woman? How do you plan on dealing with those challenges?
Well, the reality is this: we've never had a woman elected governor in Georgia either. And it is about meeting people where they are. So we've been traveling around the state. Atlanta is a great place, but I can't rely just on Atlanta. If any candidate did, we wouldn't win. Mm-hmm. So we've been to Macon, Warner Robins, Augusta. We'll be in Albany next week. We have been to Savannah, Chatham County. We're moving around the state, talking directly to people. So I've got this whole list of issues that I want to focus on. Eliminating state income taxes for our teachers. We got a teacher shortage. Expanding Medicaid in our state. We've got 9 rural hospitals who have closed. We have half our counties who don't have OBGYNs, don't have pediatricians, more deaths than births in more than half our counties in the state. That's unacceptable. So we're moving around, talking to people. I've got my list of issues, but as I'm hearing from people, I'm adding to that list. And it's about reaching everybody: black women, black men, brown people, white people. It's about listening and being willing to course correct when necessary.
Republicans in Georgia don't play fair, though. You got voter suppression, gerrymandering, culture wars.
Yeah.
Like, do you think you can really out-strategize that, or you feel like you kind of walking into a trap?
No, we've done it before.
Okay.
I mean, and I know you all are paying attention to what's happening in Georgia. 500,000 people have been removed from our voter rolls.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. There are hearings happening right now in the state where they're trying to reduce early voting and remove absentee voting, and this whole list. And when you look at a place like Georgia, where the margins are so thin, it matters. So you mentioned Stacey. Stacey's first race, 55,000 votes. Mm-hmm. She lost by. Mm-hmm. The vice president, 100,000 votes. That's not a lot when you have millions of people showing up to vote. So again, what we got to do is keep talking to people, get them energized, listen. I've got 4 children. 3 are teenagers, 1 is 23. I got to stop clutching my pearls when they say things I don't agree with, because it's their reality. And as candidates, it's great that we go up on television and do all these fancy things. We got to go into the barbershops, the beauty shops. We got to listen to people and then act accordingly.
In the beginning of the interview, Charlamagne asked you, why now in these crazy times? And I'm hearing you talk about, going out and doing things. And the first thing I thought of, especially with you being the first if elected, was Kamala Harris's book. And she talked about, just a lot of the struggles she went through because as a black woman, they didn't know, not only did they not know what to do, it wasn't built for her, but they didn't support, and she dealt with a lot behind the scenes. I know you worked with the Biden campaign. What did you experience then, if at all anything, that is preparing you for what you're potentially about to walk into as first black woman governor?
Yeah, I worked in the White House, and you can't work in the White House and sit in that senior meeting every morning just a few steps from the Oval Office and not be a better leader. You see how things get done, and it is challenging anytime that you're the first in the room, but it's also this opportunity. I would always chuckle to myself when the president would say, "Keisha, what do you think?" And I would think, I bet nobody's ever been asked that in the Oval Office. Keisha, what do you think? So, there are challenges, but there are also a lot of opportunities there. And a lot of times when we are the first, it's hardest for us in those spaces. But you're opening doors so that hopefully you won't be the last, and it won't be as difficult as people coming behind you.
How do you navigate supporting a president like Biden while still being honest about what he could have done better, and he could have done better for black communities? Because I'm on record as saying the now of the Democratic Party and the future of the Democratic Party, you got to throw that old regime under the bus. And the VP does a great job of doing that in her new book. I don't know if you read it yet, but yes.
No, I haven't read it yet, but there were a lot of great things that happened from the Biden-Harris administration that delivered for our communities. And I think, unfortunately, right now, just a couple of days ago, I was speaking with someone about black farmers on all the strides that have been made in our rural communities, specifically to support black farmers. Trump administration's already clawed it back. So there were a lot of things that were done well, and I'm very proud of that. Hindsight is always 20/20. You think about things that perhaps could have been done differently, but at the end of the day, that administration delivered a lot of wins for our communities, and now we got to look forward and figure out, how do we keep going? How do we keep building? How do we keep moving? Even when I talked to you when I was running for mayor several years ago, Instagram was this new thing, this new communications tool that we were using. We're light years away from that. And if we are stagnant, then we're not going to progress as a party. But what I know is this democracy that we live in for now, it's a work in progress. And we've got to be nimble. The Republican Party, I compare it, these MAGA Republicans, a broken clock is right twice a day. They've hit it on messaging and they've hit it on the long game. And I think we can learn some lessons in that.
And I guess that's it for me, right? Like Democrats, Democrats couldn't message when they were winning, right? At least on a federal level. So now that they're losing, what can the party message to people? And I know it's just a state race, but you're still representing the Democratic Party. So what is the message now?
Well, I think, Charlamagne, we'll be looking to you all to help us with that too. How do people get their messaging? How do we communicate with people? We perfected political messaging and ads and all these things that we've done for decades on end. What we've not perfected is, and I'll just go back to this example. I remember my now 15-year-old son was looking at some NBA something or another on television, and I heard Trump's voice coming through. I'm like, what is Donald Trump? What are you watching? He's like, oh yeah, he's on here all the time. Because he was talking to our kids when we were still on cable TV.
Right, no, you're right.
So I think it's going to take all of us. It's going to take us thinking differently. The way that we've traditionally done politics clearly doesn't always work. It's not always effective. You can still be principled, but you can still be willing to learn something new. And that's a challenge. And for me, again, I'm listening when I go in the barbershop with my kids. I'm listening when my son tells me, which he did 2-3 years before the election, that we had a problem with young black men. I'm like, no, our polling saying XYZ. He's like, no, y'all got a problem. So I'm learning to listen.
I want to ask your thoughts on, because I'll be honest with you, I'm an independent. I used to be a Democrat, and I'm gonna be honest, the messaging on, well, at least we have a chance, that don't really land with me. I want the straight, we going in, we are taking whatever we can get, which I get, and I understand your point, but I'm loving the energy that Governor Newsom is on right now. And he's been inspiring to a lot of people may not agree with his politics. I think everybody has a role to play in politics. Your personality is your personality, his is his. Do you see him being helpful overall? Because I know you're running for governor, but the Democrat Party as a whole, bringing the smoke, what have been your thoughts on him being able to play that offense, defense, to kind of say things that maybe other politicians cannot, or to kind of run that play? How have you been receiving? Have you been clutching your pearls? Or have you been loving some of the petty
I love it.
On? Okay.
I love it. I mean, and that's his personality.
Yeah.
So I love it. I think, and people are looking for people who are authentic and genuine in their leadership. That's his style, and I mean, I'm here for it. And what I would say, even with you identifying as an independent, the respect that I have for that is that we can't take anybody for granted. And what I'm seeing in this season, people are so much more informed. And I'm a Delta. I did something with a group of Deltas. And when I tell you, they asked me the hardest questions of any group that I've been around, and I was like, "Oh, wow, okay." And they were there in support of me.
But you wanted this.
But they want to
that's right, and that makes a difference.
So, I'm not taking anybody for granted. We shouldn't take anybody for granted. I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are more not Democrat, not Republican, and more in the middle than even we self-identify as. But going back to Gavin Newsom, I love what he's doing. I love that he's owning it. I think that he is brilliant. I love that it is authentic to him. And I love that he is meeting the moment. I think the biggest danger for any of us would be to engage in ways that's not authentic to us, because people see it. And, people have a high BS radar. And if it's not real, people are going to pick up on that too. It's real for him.
What have your thoughts been around your safety going back into office? Like, I know you had, you got your security was extended for some time because of death threats you were receiving, and Trump's in office, and you guys had your back and forth with the whole resignation thing. What are your thoughts? It's just a crazy time. What are your thoughts around that?
Yeah, I mean, as a person of faith, I plead the blood of Jesus over me and my family, because it's real. When I was mayor, I had a lot of credible threats, including a credible kidnapping threat. I remember going for a walk one day and a man pulling up on me saying, "Oh, I didn't think it was going to be this easy to find you." Thankfully, he didn't mean me harm, but he did find me out walking by myself. So I'm constantly...
Why though? Why would, I understand you enjoy your freedom, you got faith in God, but why would you be walking by yourself? Right. Like you still got to protect yourself.
Probably not the smartest thing to do, but I left out my door and I went for a walk, and I didn't think this man was going to drive over from DeKalb County and look for me that day. Now, was it smart? No. But, I wanted to walk by myself that day. And so back in this season, I am mindful of it. I'm cognizant of it. Anytime I'm speaking before a group, I'm looking around, paying attention to who's moving, where's the exit, layering on security. It's the nature of the times that we're living in, and it is unsettling, but it's our reality.
Do you think that there's an attack on black mayors?
I think there's an attack on black leadership across the board. I think the attack on black mayors is that's generational.
Really?
Even Ambassador Young was called before a grand jury. Wow. So it's, I think that's real.
Why though? Why does black mayor leadership get targeted in that way?
Well, so I'll give Atlanta as an example. The mayor of Atlanta is the CEO of the city. It's a strong mayor form of government with over $1 billion budget between the airport, the water department, and the city's general fund budget. Actually, probably closer to $2 billion. That's a lot of money and a lot of contracts that you're signing. So even in Georgia and in Atlanta, the guy who's the front runner on the Republican side for governor put forth legislation to take the airport from the city of Atlanta, to take it over, because the city runs the airport, because there are contracts there. Some would say it had a large part to do with in helping to build a black middle class in Atlanta. So anytime you have money involved and you have a singular black leader who can sign those contracts, who cannot sign those contracts, it's going to get attention. It's going to get scrutiny, and it's going to make you susceptible to investigation. is not fair, but that was happening when Maynard Jackson was the mayor of Atlanta. It happened to Ambassador Young. I mean, it happens.
So basically, you're saying that's where the power is. I'm always talking about local and state. Local and state. That's where the power is. That's where things get done the most, the quickest, the fastest. And you're saying that the local level, the mayors, is targeted because of the power that they have. Talk about a little bit about the governor, because we love the sex appeal. You know how sexy it is to talk about Congress and president and all of that. But talk about the power that a governor has that can literally change somebody's life overnight, opposed to being in Congress where you have to argue with hundreds of people.
So when federal money, for example, comes into a state, it often flows right through the state government, through the governor's office. Governor can determine budgets. The governor can determine how much we're allocating toward this community as opposed to that community. The governor of Georgia is one of the most powerful governors in the nation because they have the power of a line item veto. So when legislation comes to the governor, he can scratch out a line and change it just with or she will be able to change it just with the stroke of a pen. So it matters. You are allocating budgets. You are setting priorities. You are appointing people to boards, whether it's the Board of Regents, which oversees higher education in the state, to the Port of Savannah that deals with export and import that's coming in and out of the state, to infrastructure projects, to public safety. All of that flows from the governor's office.
One of the things I give you credit on, I still like to call you Mayor Lance, but I don't see you don't mind. It's still your title. You building in non-traditional coalitions. A lot of times people just tap into hip hop and tap in who they think is cool for the moment. You've done an excellent job of building relationships, with Tip and Killer Mike, and really understanding how entertainment and hip hop is a part of Atlanta culture. How do you plan on still, building those non-traditional coalitions and how they can benefit you through the state of Georgia? Because a lot of times, like you said, people just do the hot sauce in my bag, to say, I'm cool for the moment. You've really built some authentic relationships. How were you able to do that, and how do you see that benefiting you in your race?
Because you got to hear from everybody. And I love Tip. I love Killer Mike. Those are my brothers, genuinely. And I know they bring a voice and a perspective that I'm not going to always hear in a boardroom. But by the same token, I have to build relationships, or have had to build relationships with CEOs, whether it's the CEO of Delta Airlines, UPS, or Home Depot. You have to build those relationships too. And Ambassador Young used to call it the Atlanta way, where government, philanthropic groups, civic community come together, business community, to be able to get things done. And we've been the beneficiaries of that. So when Killer Mike and Tip served on my transition committee, I'll never forget, we were sitting in the Metro Chamber of Commerce, and you got all these Fortune 500 CEOs and Tip and Killer Mike, like watching these CEOs smitten that they were in the room. Like it was priceless. And in that room, Tip and Killer Mike met a man named Noel Khalil, who was also on the transition committee. He's since passed. He was a wonderful man, affordable housing builder, Columbia Residential. From that transition committee, they built a partnership that's now allowed them to put affordable housing on the west side of Atlanta. It came out of that room. So that's a responsibility that I felt I had as a mayor, not just to hear from them, but also to make sure they were present in rooms.
Put them in position, not just entertaining, but in position.
That's it. I mean, and it's their influence is huge, but again, also they're bringing up perspective. Killer Mike very proudly says, like, he's an independent. He likes Brian Kemp. There are things that Killer Mike believes in that some people may see as extreme right wing. I see it just as him being an independent black man making decisions based on what his value set is.
And who loves Atlanta and who loves Georgia and who is going to talk to whoever's in office and build whoever's in office to do what's best for that state and that city. If you became governor, what's the one change you'd want people to remember you for? Not just in Georgia, but nationwide.
The biggest thing right now, the affordability piece is huge. That's an overarching theme. But Medicaid expansion is huge in our state. We got people dying because they can't get to a hospital. And I think if we can expand Medicaid immediately, it will change the trajectory of a lot of communities in our state. And at the end of the day, I want people to know that I was there, that their lives were better, their communities were better, because I was there to serve.
Absolutely. Miss Keisha Lance Bottoms, tell them where to support your campaign. KeishaForGovernor.com. Please go online, follow me, sign up to volunteer. And people say, what can I do if I'm not in Georgia? Everybody has a cousin or a friend somewhere in Georgia.
Got a checkbook too.
Everybody has a checkbook. We need the resources and we need the energy. And Keisha for Governor, KEISHA, KeishaForGovernor.com.
Thank you, Miss Bottoms. We appreciate you for stopping by. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club.
What up, y'all? It's DJ Envy. I don't know about you, but there's nothing better than feeling like someone's got your back and things are getting done without you even having to ask. Like when your friend grabs the check before you can even reach for your wallet. Or like when your kids are actually ready to go on time. Bags packed, shoes on, no stress. Well, that's the vibe AT&T is on with their new AT&T Guarantee. It's simple. When you're with AT&T, if there's a network outage, they'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service, guaranteed. There's no paperwork, no long wait times, and better yet, you don't have to chase anyone down. It's just handled because AT&T knows your time is precious. Staying connected means you never miss the moments that matter. From quick check-ins on loved ones to cracking jokes with your crew, AT&T is making sure you're covered, even when the unexpected happens. Visit att.com/guarantee to learn more. AT&T, connecting changes everything. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a street fast.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes you have facts, sometimes you have details, sometimes you have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Well, guys, Am I the Drama is unfolding again in real life. Cardi B and JT, formerly of the City Girls, got into it yesterday online. So Cardi B dropped Am I the Drama. She has a song on the project called Magnet. In the song, she does take a shot at JT and at Uzi. Let's take a listen to the verse on Magnet. So, for instance, at the end, she's talking about Uzi. She's talking about, she's saying, she's alleging that JT and Uzi share bags. So, you know, people get on Uzi because of the way he dresses and they call it flamboyant and the bags and all the things. She talks
Sounds way better, dirty version.
She talks about Rick Owens and, you know, people, JT is and Rick Owens a lot. People have been on JT for a minute about, you know, her choosing to get into like the whole Rick Owens vibe and all the things. And then she's talking about switching up on your friend when she's going through it. So, you know, JT and Young Miami notably got into it. It was a very big thing online when they got into it. And Young Miami tweeted throughout of that that she doesn't respect people who come for her when she's down. And then last shot that was thrown when she's talking about your loyalty depends on who you're around. Cardi mentioned that here, and I didn't catch it until after, but people are pointing to the fact that that's probably about Nicki Minaj because JT and Cardi have been going back and forth since some time. So back in 2018, Cardi did their song Twerk, the City Girls. Yep. Things were cool. Everything was good. JT came out and congratulated Glorilla on Tomorrow 2 and the success of it. She didn't mention Cardi B. People called that out. It caused some like back and forth with them online. They've been going in and out of it, but Cardi has mentioned prior to that she's felt like, and fans have pointed out too, that they felt like when JT started working with Nicki Minaj and, you know, doing some shows with her and energy and her vibe and just the relationship with Cardi tanked again. So yesterday on X, they started throwing things back and forth. So JT got on X and she tagged the Patriots, CNN, Cardi, Donald Trump, Atlantic Records,
Donald Trump.
Payola, and a couple other accounts into an interview that a guy named Chris Blake Griffith did. We talked about Chris Blake Griffith here because there was some DMs with Drake, remember? And then they came out to be not real DMs or whatever. They were alleged not to be real DMs. But this is a stylist who has alleged several times that Stefan Diggs sexually assaulted him. And that was a whole big story some time ago. But this is coming back up again because he recently, like 12 days ago, sat down for this interview. So JT posts a clip from the interview. She tags Cardi and all these people. She then is talking about, she wants justice for Chris. It's unfair that, men who are alleging sexual assault get swept under the rug. Like that whole thing.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
What she doing? Yo, Nikki did this before. Nikki did this before.
Yeah, she's going in. She's saying
with
JT,
the whole Megan thing. This is crazy.
JT says gay men should be protected. I feel like this isn't being taken seriously enough. This is nuts and it's sad. Cardi B's baby father is a gay man, not because of how he dresses or expresses himself, but because then she talks about the allegations that Chris is saying these things out of his mouth. Justice for Chris, all the things. So at that point now,
they be wanting justice when they beefing. They be wanting justice for other people when they beefing with a person.
Oh yeah, because it didn't stop there.
I'm just saying what's out there. I mean, that's just what it is. It's definitely, it corresponds.
Yes,
they always want justice for somebody. That's what's up.
Okay. So Cardi B hopped online. Mind you, Cardi B is in the midst of still rolling out her album. So she's meeting with fans. She's at a Walmart and there's thousands of fans there. But she's on X and then she also posted a video. So she hops on X and she's like, "That's not true. I have receipts of it." And then she throws back some allegations as well. She says that she alleges that Uzi forced JT to get abortions. She also talks about having some like ashy nudes of JT as well. She talks about some things that she's, I guess she's saying she has receipts that he said about Rock Nation. And then she posts this video while at a listening event. Let's take a listen.
I apologize for being late, but I'm going to make sure I take a picture with everybody that purchases an album and a CD. Real purchase. No but real purchase, real people. And I got receipts for days. Nasty ones. I even got ashy nudes. I got you ashy ass nudes too. Thought I was finished last year. That's what it is.
I will say though, I was disappointed in JT for that because JT can rap. And as long as we've known JT, she's always been about the music.
Bars.
Cardi gave you bars. Like, I want to hear you rap, JT. I don't want to see tweets and Instagram rats. What Gina Fuse say? Rap.
Yeah.
Get in the booth. Okay, all that social media chatting. Nah, let me get some music. And what's crazy, people always want to say Cardi's not an artist. Well, she took it to the booth. She had an issue with JT.
She held all this. Yeah, she held all this
JT,
for the album.
JT, you took it to the internet. Where the music at?
And
like, I don't want to hear these rants and these. I want to see the bars. Where the bars at, JT?
Well, yesterday JT was in the studio. She was on Snapchat and she addressed the situation. Now she didn't drop bars yet, but she was in the studio. Let's take a listen to what JT had to say.
This rat ass right. This supposed to be a mother rim, and she threatening to snitch on some mother body because she don't have anything to say about it. That a loser. So then she said, "I'm gonna tell Little White Nation what you said, what he said." No, not just that. The trying to spread fake tea about abortions when she stood her illiterate ass in front of millions of people and said she stand for pro-choice. Drops bomb. I can't take the dumb serious. I can't take the and show me typing those mother messages or I'm calling the police on your ass for defamation of character because I'm sick of it and I will be back.
You're not a podcaster, JT. You're not a radio personality. You're not a screamer. Rap. Get in the booth. I want to hear this through music. Okay? Because that's what Cardi gave you. Cardi gave you bars. Cardi gave you a record. I want to hear music, JT.
And I'm here for one person. She called Cardi a snitch, right?
Yeah, she
basically said, "I'm going to call the police." Don't work like that. No.
Well, Cardi B then tweeted, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is why the album is called Am I the Drama? Good night, everybody." But in the midst of all of this, Nicki Minaj gets online and she posts the date, March 27th, 2026, with an album emoji. Just in the midst of all this. So now we're like, wait, okay.
Yeah.
But
she's starting promo early. That's March 27th. 2026. Okay.
Yeah. So she just dropped this date with an album. So we're assuming that Nicki Minaj music is coming. But yes, that's where we left off. And look, Cardi B was at Walmart. She still was able to finish her work day. Yeah, so we'll see what comes.
What Gina Views say, rap. Get in the booth, JT.
She was there. She got no excuses. She was at the booth yesterday on Snapchat.
That's what I want to hear. Cardi gave you a verse. I want to hear bars, JT.
That's gonna be nasty.
JT is dope. JT can rap.
busy.
That's what I'm saying. I want to hear bars.
Listen, and my drama is staring some stuff.
It's the drama.
It's what's up though. Like this is what it's supposed
That's
to
what
do.
it's supposed to do, yeah. But you think about Barty, right? Barty goes on live all day long. So she held this for months, probably years in some situations, just for the album.
Her time.
Which is smart. Which is smart. That's what we used to, right?
She
When
wouldn't
somebody
even
had
give
a
us
problem,
names when she was here.
You put it right in the music.
And, and JT should be ready. JT should be like, you rapping? Okay, I want to rap too. I don't want to hear all the rants and the lives and the tweets. No, I want to hear JT rap. JT raps. I want to hear rap.
Well, when it happens, we'll be talking about it right here during the latest. So
will it hit the same though?
What? Heck yes.
All of that.
Yeah, I'm saying after you done did a rant, like
now what can you say?
Absolutely.
No. It's still they've been off and on since 2018. It's a lot that
we're gonna have to do a lot of calling.
I don't know.
To get some
yes, they better. But I'm assuming she's gonna have some stuff she didn't say here.
First of all, you say they've been off and on since how long?
2018.
I've never heard this much discussion about it until Cardi did a verse. Don't get me wrong. Cardi and JT had a couple of good tweets back in the day because it was funny as hell. I can't remember what the jokes were. What do you call it? Prison pants? Somebody got called prison pants. I know that much. Somebody called somebody prison pants.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah,
but
it comes and goes.
It hit with a verse.
Yeah.
Her going at JT, her going at Bia, her going at all those individuals.
Give me a verse, JT.
Was a verse, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Jeez.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, Charlamagne, who you giving that down to?
Speaking of prison pants,
boy.
Marina Gonaga needs to come to the front of the congregation because she was in jail for something, and we'll discuss.
All right. We'll get to that next, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Some donkey today's just saw themselves.
I've been watching Charlamagne. I was ready for it.
I never heard of donkey the other day. What is it? Say it again, Charlamagne. I'm a donkey.
Yes, you are a donkey.
Everything that Charlamagne is saying is true.
Yes, donkey today for Wednesday, September 24th goes to a 63-year-old Florida woman named Marina Gonaga. Now, what does your Uncle Sharla always tell you about the great state of Florida? Say it with me. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception, even though I'm not going to lie. Okay, Marina did something that I always tell y'all to do. I always tell y'all to do your prison math. Okay, do your jail math. Before you do something, before you jump out the window and commit a crime, always ask yourself, how much is this going to cost you? Okay, everything from bond to lawyer and especially the time if you're sentenced. Can you afford to do what it is you're about to do? Now, some people just move off emotion and they just act. Okay, they just go. But some people move off strategy. They ask questions. They plan things out. Those are the people that I respect. Those are the people that are truly dangerous. You know how in the comic book world we say Batman can beat anyone with prep time? That's how I feel about people who prep before they do a crime and calculate the prison math in their head. Okay, they calculate the jail math in their head. See, there is a part of me who respects what Marina did, even though she's dead wrong. Okay, well, damn it, Uncle Charlotte, the suspense is killing me. Will you tell me what she did already? Well, according to an arrest affidavit obtained by Law and Crime, an officer was dispatched to an undisclosed location to respond to an argument between two people regarding stolen property. Okay, when the cops got there, Marina told them she came to the location to retrieve stolen shoes from a 72-year-old unidentified woman. And at some point during the encounter, Marina allegedly turned to an officer and asked him in Spanish, how much would the bond be if I smacked her? See, this is Batman prepping. Once again, she turned to the officer and asked the officer, how much would the bond be if I smacked her? Now, it doesn't say what the officer responded, but Marina must have thought she could afford it because she walked up to the 73-year-old and proceeded to smack him in the face. Okay. See, one thing about me, I respect everybody's choices. I may not agree with the choice you make, but I respect when someone makes a calculated choice, because when you choose to do something, then to me, you have also chosen the consequences of what comes with that choice. Marina did her dirt in front of the police. She even asked the officer, how much would the bond be if I smacked her? And then she went and handled her business. So that means she got to handle these consequences, okay? The same way. Now, what I don't respect is that the person she smacked was 72. Now, 72, not the same 72 it used to be. A lot of these 72-year-olds got that elder strength. They will put you on your ass, but that is still considered elderly. And Marina, you 63. Okay, even though you can get, discounted meals at IHOP, there is absolutely no reason for you to be smacking a 72-year-old person in the face over no damn stolen shoes. See, I respect you being cold and calculated and making a choice, but over some damn shoes, I need to know what kind of shoes they were. Okay, the person was 72, so I know they ain't no heat. Okay, if they weren't Michael Jordan's 1998 NBA Finals, the Air Jordan 13s, or the Nike Air Yeezy 1 prototypes, I don't see the point of the smack. Okay, were they the Nike Back to the Future joints, the flu game Jordans? And I'm talking about the ones Michael actually wore in the game. If not, I don't see what shoes could be worth it between a 63-year-old and a 72-year-old. Maybe it wasn't the shoes. Maybe it was the principle. All I'm saying is, when you make decisions like this, at least let it be worth it. Especially when you're already out on bond for resisting arrest and battery on a law enforcement officer. Oh, I didn't tell y'all that part. Oh, damn. Yeah, Marina was out on bond for resisting arrest and battery on a law enforcement officer, but that didn't stop her from doing some prison math, doing some jail math in her head, and calculating that smacking this 72-year-old woman was absolutely worth it. Her bond was $1,000, but you still have to factor in, fighting the case. And something tells me that she cannot afford an attorney, but one will be provided for her. Please let Marina go Naga get the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw.
Always do your jail math, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, jail math is probably the easiest math to do nowadays. I know that math that my kids be bringing home is complicated, but when you're in a situation, all you got to do is just think about it. Is it worth it? Can I afford to do what it is I'm about to do?
I like the question. I like that question, though.
Yeah.
How much would I get if I, how much would the
But
bond
you
be
on
if I
bond
slapped?
already. You got to calculate a little differently.
Yeah,
But,
you do.
but
You gotta
that's why
calculate
she asked
attorney
anyway.
fees.
She's like, because I'm already I'm already in the rear. You know what I'm saying? What's another couple stacks if I smack her? Because, she need to be smacked. Now, I don't respect her smacking an elderly woman.
She's elderly too, but just not on the same elderly level.
Yeah. Levels the elders.
Yes.
I mean, listen, she made a calculated decision, a calculated choice. I get it. So all I ever ask of y'all is to do your jail math.
Okay.
If you feel like you can afford it, handle your business.
And the discount at IHOP is 55 and plus. When you 55, that's when you get the discount.
Yeah,
at
she's
IHOP.
63.
She's 63, so she gets those discounts. I checked just in case. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, indeed.
Now, let me ask you guys something, right? 800-585-1051. So, a week ago, I flew to Greece for my daughter's engagement. Me and my wife was flying out.
I don't know, man. The way you talking, it seemed like it was your engagement, too.
No, shut up. Flying out. We're flying first class, right? It's a 10-hour flight. My wife's seat was broken. So they couldn't use that first class seat. The flight was packed. The only seats available in coach.
Okay.
What do you do in that situation? Now, mind you, I'm 6 foot. I'm tall. My wife's 5'7". She's short. So she can handle that coach seat better than I can. 800-585.
Yeah, all right. So what did you do? Because ain't no way. I don't care. My husband is 6'3".
Your husband's 6'3". So you gonna let your husband sit in the back with his legs open the whole flight for 10 hours?
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
It's just
I don't want to
coach.
be back there.
What's wrong with that?
Yep.
What's wrong with coach?
It's not a matter with coach. It's just a matter of your seat.
Be humble.
It's just coach.
What you paid
Take your
for.
ass back to coach.
I'm your wife.
Like majority of,
Like, no.
working class people in America.
What would you do, Jess?
I would be like, babe, you gotta take that L and sit back there.
You gonna go with them?
Get
though?
up and stretch your legs. My seat ain't so it was her seat broke. If my seat broke, he gotta give me a seat.
Oh, so you're not gonna ride with him back there for 10 hours?
No, one of the seats broken, not both.
And when you say seat was broke, what does that mean? Like, what
You can't go back.
You can't go
like,
back. You can't. Yeah, and it's the pilot's discretion to see if you can fly on that seat.
Yeah.
That seat was.
You can't recline.
You can't recline. You can't. It's disabled, so
Most
it's a
of the
cover
time.
over it, and they won't let you sit there.
Well,
And they
y'all
have to
should
give you a
have
refund,
traded
but-
seats with 2 people in coach.
But you don't know. They didn't know. You don't even know it's broken until you try to recline it.
So 800-585-1051. What would you do? That's the question.
That was smart, but
I would have traded with 2 people in coach.
10 hours. You gonna sit in the back?
I don't. It's cold. So what? You too good for coaching?
And
Now?
you let your wife sit in the front. You let your wife take your seat, and you sit and coach.
No, my wife would definitely be like, yo, we both going to go back to coach.
Oh.
All right, well,
That's so
I'll
nice.
tell you what happens when we come back. My wife was like, nah, take the seat. I was
Maybe
like,
that-
nah.
maybe
She's like,
that
take the
comes
seat.
with
I was like,
age.
nah. If she'd have said, take the seat.
So y'all
one
was
more
like
time.
Theo and Cockroach.
Oh yeah,
When y'all-
you
when
wanted
y'all getting in
to-
dance fever.
You wanted a third.
You go.
All right,
I'll tell you.
You wanted a third time.
I wanted the third time.
Nah,
Third time
nah.
never came. 800-585-1051. What would you do? Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, last week my daughter got engaged out in Mykonos, Greece. And me and my wife flew out there before them, several hours before them, like 7 hours before them, so we could get there before them. And heading to Greece, we had first class tickets.
Mm-hmm.
They were the bed seats. They were the ones that laid down as a bed. One of the seats were broken. So that means only one of us had first class, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't go on a later flight because we had to beat Madison and Andrew, her fiance, out there.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to be on that flight. One seat was broken. What do you do in that situation? So my wife was like, babe, you take the seat. You're taller. I know how you are. You take the seat. I said, no. She says, take the seat, babe. I'm like, no. Take the seat, babe. I'm like, no. She never said take the seat again.
All right.
So I wound up, we let somebody have the first class seat. So me and my wife flew 10 hours in the back of the plane. Right?
Oh, so that you did?
Yeah, I did.
You ain't telling me that part.
I didn't
That's
say
what
the part.
I told you that from the beginning. That's what y'all should have did.
But that's what I did. So I did that, which it was uncomfortable because you got to sit with your legs open.
Right.
And, my wife likes to cuddle. So she's on top of me. My leg falling asleep. My
Yeah.
legs is open. Pause. And we
I
flew like
guarantee
that
you
for
the
10
person
hours.
that you gave those seats to maybe has never flown first class, and they appreciated flying first class even with a broken seat.
I'm sure.
That's what's up.
They got food and all
They got
that.
food.
All that.
Yes.
All that.
That's what's up.
Me and my wife, but on the way back, I called. I was like, I want to make sure that there's no broken seats on this plane.
How did the airline compensate you?
They get my money back and everything.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
They
okay.
usually do for
They
the
did.
situations like that, but it's still an inconvenience. You know.
They were gonna put us on another flight, but we couldn't because we had to beat them there. So it was
Yeah.
just a thing, but it was still cool. But Jess, what would you do in that situation?
I'm not, and maybe the decisions that you guys as wives are making are based on that comes with age and everything. But no, I'm sitting my ass up in the front. I'm gonna go check on my husband, bring him whatever he needs to the back. Encourage him to get up and get some stretches in, some
But he's
lunges.
6'3". Your husband's 6'3".
I understand. That's why he needs to lunge and squat and make sure he's stretched when the
So you're not
seatbelt
gonna give him that
sign
seat?
is off.
No. What about the food and all that?
We can switch sometimes. All right, if it's a 5,
It's
I mean,
10-hour
if
flight.
All right. I'll go back there for an hour.
An hour? You got
Then I'll
9?
go back. Yeah. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
Damn,
I'm sorry.
Charlamagne.
No, that's actually happened to me before. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember me and my wife got on a flight, and for whatever reason, there was only like one first class seat, and I went to go sit back in economy, and then my wife gave her first class seat to somebody else to sit next to me in economy.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what
that
we did.
comes with
But
age.
10 hours is a long time.
I
That
don't
was a
think it
long-
comes with age.
That was a long flight.
Okay. Well, it comes with
I just think
preference.
you're selfish, probably.
Probably a little bit. Okay.
I don't think that got nothing to do with it.
But listen, my husband would definitely be like, "Yo, go ahead. I'm gonna sit back here."
No, he wouldn't.
would
He'd be like, "Give me a
definitely-
screwdriver. I can fix this." All right. He'd be like, "Give me a screwdriver and a hammer. I'm a Mexican. I can fix this seat right now." That's what he would do. That's what Chris
Well,
would
that's
do.
even better. Shut up.
Jaja.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Jaja, what would you do in that situation? First class seat, it's the beds, it lays down. Your husband, is your husband taller than you?
Yeah, he's tall.
So he's taller than you. So do you want him to, y'all both want to suffer together, or you going to put him in the back to suffer by himself?
Right.
Well, I think he should be in the front. I'll go in the back, but he loves me. Like he said he loves me, and he would want to suffer with me in the back.
So you want him to
Why
sit
y'all
back there
say
with you?
suffering in the back, though?
Because anything can happen. Like, this is America.
Anything can happen. Y'all on the same plane, exactly. What do you think the back is? The hood? Boy, y'all some bougie people, boy.
Shut up.
She said,
The back is the west side.
Right.
Y'all
It's
are
just
some
minimal
bougie
leg
ass
room.
people.
The flight attendants don't treat you as good.
Right.
The further back you are, like, no.
Then when I did it, the flight attendant was like, "Don't worry, honey, I got you. Extra soda." I said, "Extra soda." Extra soda. She's like, "I got you. Extra soda, extra crackers."
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Hello, who's this?
Extra soda.
This is Bree from the Bronx.
Bree from the Bronx. Bree, talk to us. What would you do in that situation?
I think what you're saying, Envy, is absolutely correct. that if you have, room, it's fine that you could sit and coach. There's nothing wrong with coach. It's the fact that you're big in stature, so it's crazy to sit there for 10 hours.
NBA ain't that big now. Y'all talking like you're an NBA player or something. God, it ain't that
some
big.
6-foot NBA players.
Man, come on, man. Cut it out.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mama. But 800-585-1051. So we gave up the seat, and me and my wife sat in the back. And it wasn't even like the 2 seats, so it was 4. So it was a row of 4, so it was real tight. When she had to get up, everybody had to move to go to the bathroom.
Right.
So, but we still did it.
See, and I respect y'all for that. I love that.
But you ain't doing it.
No.
800-585-1051. We had a 10-hour flight. My wife's seat was broken. Would you tell your wife, hey, go in the back, I'll see you in 10 hours? Or would you give up your seat so y'all both could sit in the back in a tight seat?
Yo, this nigga said Chris would be like, give me a screwdriver.
Give me a hammer. Let's discuss. Jay, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Jay, talk to us. What you doing in that situation?
DJ Envy, I'm right with you. I'm 6'3". I'm not sitting in the back. It's common courtesy. Your wife should want you to sit in the back. When we get off the plane, I ain't gonna be able to walk straight.
But I was thinking about even without the lay flat,
I feel you.
it's still more room in first class than coach. So why would you move? Even without the lay flat, it's still more room.
What you mean?
It's still more room in first class than in coach.
Charlamagne, you like 4 feet.
Did you hear what I just said, or you just listening to talk?
Right, I get what you're saying.
Even without the lay flat, it's still more room in first class than coach. So why would you move?
Yeah, the seat just don't work. That's what you're saying.
Seat just don't work. But they wouldn't allow anybody to sit in there. But
yeah.
But so
they won't allow nobody to sit there. So that's disrespectful.
They wouldn't even let you sit in the seat.
They wouldn't let nobody sit in the seat.
Exit row is fine for me. I can do it the exit row.
They wouldn't let nobody sit in that seat. Now we tried because I was like, well. Can we just sit in that seat, sit in the back for takeoff and landing and just sit there? But the pilot said no, nobody can sit in that seat.
That's what y'all said something.
Yes, let Mexico sit in his first class with you. Or you sit in the back, you short, he tall. Charlamagne, you mad short. Envy, I'm more tall with you.
I mean, Mexicans can get on the wing. What do they be doing when they be sneaking in?
I'm
just saying.
What? Sneaking in?
I'm just saying. Like Jess' husband a little different. Chris could find anywhere to fit on the plane.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
One travel. This is Angel from the east side of Detroit.
Angel, what up, though? What you doing, Angel? You letting your husband ride first class, or you making him come in the back with you?
He riding first class. His seat not broke. Mine is. He can make that up to me later.
Okay.
I love her.
Okay. So even if it's a 10-hour flight, you gonna sit back there by yourself?
I'll sit there by myself. Yes.
Okay. And you're not gonna get mad when y'all land?
No. He gonna do some tall messing up later, but no, my husband's gonna ride in his seat.
Okay. Thank you, Mama.
Love that.
Hello, who's this?
This Ant from Detroit.
And what up, though?
Hey, what up, though? Look, check it out, Envy.
Yes, sir.
You should have took it to the back. You've been in small places before. You've been in the doghouse before.
Damn.
I did take it to the back, though. I don't know if you heard what I said. I said we gave up our seat, and me and my wife sat in the back. I know exactly.
I did take it to the back.
But look, though, Envy, it shouldn't have been no negotiation.
Hey, we got to negotiate sometimes. But we were going to give up the seat. I wasn't going to fly 10 hours. It was a special occasion. I was going to give that seat.
He took it in the back for 10 hours.
I did not take it in the back for 10 hours.
What's on giving up seats, taking it to the back.
That's how crazy.
Damn. Greece was wild.
Greece was wild. A lot of grease. Hello, who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning.
What would you do in that situation, Mama? Would you tell your husband, look, you can sit in the front, you're 6 foot plus, I'll sit in the back. What would you do in that situation?
Well, I would suggest that we let someone else and both go to the back and let somebody get an upgrade on Envy.
That's what we said. But that's what you said y'all did.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That was my first thought. But
we let somebody sit in the seat, and me and my wife sat in the back in the coach.
There you go, Envy. That's it. Good heart, and you'll get it back.
That's right. You right. Thank you, Mama.
Bye-bye.
But I ain't gonna lie. My wife would have said one more time, babe, no, you go sit in the front. I would have listened. That boy would have been third time.
You didn't learn from Theo and Cockroach?
Right.
When they was arguing about going into Dance Fever?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you better say what you want.
Yep.
All right, what's the moral of the story?
He was mad as hell after
He was mad.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for Chris because Chris is 6'3", 6'6".
Yeah.
Jess would have had him sit in the back of the plane with his legs open, while Jess's 5'5" ass would have been in the front.
To each his own. And
Damn it, man.
And I'm 5'2".
5'2".
To each his own.
And you 5'2".
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
He would want me to do that. He would want me. You know what, babe? Go ahead, because I love you.
I don't know if I believe
I'm here
that.
for you.
All right. Well, we got the latest with Loren coming up, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Loren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
What was the latest?
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me. So there is a video circulating from an NBA YoungBoy concert that went down in Kansas City. Now, NBA YoungBoy's concert or tour has been happening for some time. It's been going viral because the crowd, the NBA YoungBoy fans go hard for him. But at this specific concert in Kansas City, at the T-Mobile Arena, there was an elderly man in the video that is seen being attacked by a younger guy, like a really younger guy.
Elderly man was at the show? Or was
the
he
elderly
working?
man was working at the arena. He was
security, right?
Yeah, he was security. They have a different name for him. It's like I'll get the name, but basically he was security. Yes. Now, reportedly, a onlooker and the person who recorded the video says that the incident went down or happened over a seating dispute. But the elderly man who says that he suffered, it was not life-threatening injuries, but there were injuries to his face. He spoke out. He's spoken out now to Fox for a local there. Let's take a listen to him.
No audio.
Yes, we do. We literally just cut it.
You know where you work?
Well, in the interview with
worst production team in the business.
In the interview with Fox 4, the elderly man basically says that even though this happened, he does believe that the concert should still go on. He does believe that the concert should still go on, and he also says that he suffered injuries to his face, so there was something that went on with his nose. And I did reach out to police because he also mentions the fact that police had to get involved. So we do have NBA YoungBoy now.
I mean, it is serious that I went down and had blows to my head.
That is 66-year-old Thomas Schlange describing the moments he's thrown on his back and repeatedly punched over and over again. And the only thing on his mind?
Just getting him off me. Because he was so enraged, so we were in essence trying to protect the fans.
Did you ever think that you would be in a situation where you were so desperate, feeling as though you're fighting for your life?
Yes.
No.
It's an NBA YoungBoy concert.
As young adults or people growing into adulthood, we need to learn how to control our anger.
He's absolutely right, but has he not seen the video footage of the NBA YoungBoy concerts?
Does he know who NBA YoungBoy is?
Yeah,
where was the rest of the security guards? Why was he alone?
I don't know, because in that video, people from the stands had to help get the boy off of him. There was no other guard, but he also didn't have time to call a guard.
Well, if you ever been to a lot of those shows, a lot of time they're not real bouncer security guards. They're just people that just work at the venue that just tell people where to sit.
Well, they need to be for an NBA YN show.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I spoke to Kansas City Police, trying to get some updates on because I wanted to confirm what reports are that it happened over a seating dispute. They would not disclose that, but all they told me was that the juvenile male was detained and then released. He was detained that same evening. He was released after to his guardian, and it's pending further investigation, but they are working with the prosecutors there to determine if and what charges will be pressed, and then it'll move forward from there.
I will say, though, NBA YoungBoy's had a string of successful sold out arenas or whatever he's doing, and I haven't heard about nothing
at all.
No incidents. This is the first incident I've heard about.
Yes, and that's what I mean by the energy is insane, but I haven't heard of incidents at all. But yeah, they are young. I actually we were talking about it. I want to go to the concert.
I actually want to as well.
Yeah, because of what the energy in the crowd gives while there. But
y'all definitely will be aunties at that show.
Oh, baby, I'm be acting like an auntie too. Be put up. I need to be in the suite. I need to be. I want to be. I want to give auntie. I'm gonna come in with boots, glasses, the whole thing. I'm fine with being an auntie there.
I know, right?
Please
My
call
son
me
asked
ma'am there.
Can he go? But
Your
he
son?
didn't want me to take him. Yeah.
Who you want to go with?
A couple of his homeboys.
You crazy if you let him?
I didn't say I was gonna let him.
It really hasn't. I haven't heard no incidents at that show.
I don't care if it's NBA YoungBoy or if it's whatever. I'm taking my kid.
But
and how old is he? 14?
13.
Oh yeah. 13,
but I told him, I was like, I want to go too, and he was like, nah, so I'm gonna just ask my dad or Chris. But it's like, why you don't want to go? So that auntie energy definitely gives heavy with me.
Yes,
but I want to go. I heard it's nice. I heard Tiana Taylor directed it.
Yeah, she's like creative director. Yeah, there was videos going viral. The first couple tour stops, there were videos going viral of her not in the crowd, but on the riser where all the direction stuff happens. Yes, that's one of the reasons that I wanted to go, because I wanted to see all the. I know the visuals are probably gonna be crazy on the stage, but. To be fair, also, I did reach out to NBA YoungBoy's attorney, Drew Finland, just to see if there was anything, because this does look crazy on him, even though it's not his fault. But they haven't gotten back to me as well. So if there's any update, I will let you guys know. Now, in other news, Kamala Harris sat down with The View yesterday, which is a moment I think everybody's been waiting for because, there has been news about her book, 107 Days Out, and she addresses the moment on The View where she does not separate herself from Biden, which a lot of people think adds to why she lost the election. And they talk about it. Let's take a listen to Kamala Harris on The View.
People wanted to know there was a difference between me and President Biden. I thought it was obvious. And I didn't want to offer a difference in a way that would be received or suggested to be a criticism. And in the campaign, full time I was pointing out the differences. My theory of the case was we need to bring costs down. We're going to extend the child tax credit. We're going to have Medicare cover home health care for people, including people in the sandwich generation who are raising young children and taking care of their parents. It was about we're going to take on price gouging, bringing down costs. And I thought I was making the point. And I realize now that I didn't fully appreciate that how much of an issue it was.
I mean, that moment was definitely one of the reasons that she lost. And it's not just because of that one singular moment on The View. It's how conservative media and Trump PAC ads took it and ran it over and over and over and over again, especially being Joe Biden was so trash and unpopular to people. It was just that simple.
And the fact that she said she would change nothing?
Yes. If somebody's considered that unpopular, according to polling, and people have a feeling towards him like he's trashed, then yes, you got to separate yourself from
She was trying to stay loyal, and it hurt her.
Yes, very much so.
Great read, though. I'm telling you, I thoroughly enjoyed 107 Days.
I want to do. I just hate the fact, as I'm watching these interviews, I keep reiterating this, but I hate the fact that she has to do certain things. Like the fact that she had to just think that people would assume that she was different than Biden instead of being able to just say it. I hate that she had to
First
do
of
that.
all, why wouldn't you? You're campaigning. That's your job to tell people how different you are.
But that's why I hate it, because the reason why she couldn't do it is all of the things. Like she was going to be disloyal. She was going to be not knowing her place. There were so many things that would have threw at her.
She could have done it.
He was so unpopular, though. He was so unpopular. Nobody wanted to ride that train. All she had to say was, I'm going to do things totally different.
It was all a choice. She chose not to. So the only thing she could do now is reflect. Okay? She chose not to.
She also, in wrapping up, I know we got to get out of here. She also reflected on just finding out the day that she didn't win the election, and she compared the grief to losing her mom. Can we play that as we exit, or we don't have time?
That chapter in the book was probably one of the most difficult things that I had to reflect on and write about. Doug and I, my husband, it wasn't until I was writing that chapter that we had ever talked about election night. And that's when Doug told me that he had been out campaigning with my brother-in-law in Pennsylvania. On his way back from a rally, they talked with a mutual friend of ours who was over at Fox News in the war room, who had been hearing about data that suggested things were not looking great in Pennsylvania. So he didn't want to put that on me. He went upstairs and he basically went in the shower and prayed that it was not going to be a bad night. But that night, I grieved in a way that I have not since my mother died. The pain was not at all about losing a race. I knew what it was going to mean for the country. I was going to say for the family. And that's how I felt, for the country.
Well, just imagine being out there doing the electric slide all that time with all the HBCU people. And then having to walk out of there. And everybody was somber.
We was there. But imagine God sending Doug's prayer to his spam folder. She said Doug went to the God ain't listening to Doug. He said Doug went to the shower to pray. And God was like, man, I got more pressing issues. Okay.
Jesus.
Damn.
She needed the black side to pray.
On the way out, this is all nice. But Lori and Damson, they was in Puerto Rico.
They back together.
Was in Mexico with me over the weekend.
You were really with them?
Just relax.
Why you didn't call me?
I'm sorry. You was at Vegas with LL Cool J and them. I was in Mexico, and I saw Damson Idris and
Lori Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
The people think they back together.
I mean, look,
after all this time.
Don't ask me. I don't get into people's business like that, but they was there.
I'm so mad you didn't call me, because I do.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a good little look, though. I like them together.
All right.
Yeah, they cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Salute to Keisha Lance Bottoms for joining us this morning.
That's right. Keisha Lance Bottoms is running for governor of Georgia, man. So, if you support Keisha Lance Bottoms or want to support Keisha Lance Bottoms and you're in Georgia, go check out what she's doing on her campaign, Mike.
That's right. And salute to everybody for all the love. Yesterday I announced that my daughter was engaged. Madison, who is 23, should be 24 next month. So her and her boyfriend Andrew are engaged. I'm so happy for them.
Congratulations, Maggie.
I can't wait for everything that's in store for all of them.
Did you tell him about how you screamed out yes when he asked before she did?
No, that's not true.
Okay.
That is not true at all.
But you were crying. You were very happy.
I was tearing up. I was tearing up a little bit.
You cried.
Okay. All right. Fine. I cried. So what?
You know what I was thinking about? Where you got all that money, though? Because I remember when he tried to take you to a game and couldn't afford good seats. Now, all of a sudden, he can afford trips to Greece.
But he was in college.
He got a good job.
He's graduated. He's out 2 years. He works in finance. He does well for himself.
And that was 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Damn, boy, time be flying. Lord have mercy. Well, congratulations to the young Andrew, man.
It's time to get up out of here.
Yo, real quick before we do, Indianapolis, Indiana this weekend, September 27th. Your girl Jess Hilarious will be there. We got 2 shows at the Closed Memorial Hall. So that's me, Earthquake, and D. Ray Davis. Get your tickets at JessHilariousOfficial.com. 2 shows again, Indianapolis, Indiana. I can't wait to get there. See you this Saturday night.
All right. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
Yes, I do, man. And it's simple. I want to talk to you about perseverance. Okay. People think that perseverance is like this long race. No, perseverance is many short races, one after another. And you're going to need it. Okay. Because success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?